Hey man, what it is? This is Dean, and I am your host, and this is By Any Means. Y'all already know the Cash App, man. $ Dean by any means. Y'all see that heart with the $ at the bottom? Well, that's the super chat. You can press that at any time your heart desires. Please say it with me, y'all. I don't care if you leave $1, $10, $1,000. It is much, much, much appreciated. Businessman, huh? Yeah, yo, I know I've been MIA, dealing with real life right now, in certain aspects, but everything's gonna be good. You feel what I'm saying? But I wanted to talk about business and principles and integrity. You know, it's just amazing to me, y'all, how people play victim. You got Keyshawn Davis and Shakur Stevenson fans out here playing victim. They running with this the new narrative, y'all. Oh, y'all all excited because y'all was waiting on Keyshawn's downfall. That's weird. Y'all waiting on Keyshawn downfall. So let me get this straight. Tank fans made Keyshawn Davis miss weight on purpose, I might add. Because even his own promoter don't think that he tried to make weight. So before you argue with me, the person that he signs with, the person that puts money in his pocket, the person that gives him the opportunities, got him a championship fight that he wanted, got him the Edwin De Los Santos title defense that he wanted. He don't even think that he tried hard to make the weight. Why you think he was smiling on the scale? He knew he was going to not make the weight. Keyshawn words, not mine. He been knew he wasn't going to make the weight. But it's Tank fans' fault that he didn't make the weight. But we praying on his downfall. Not him calling himself the businessman and not handling business. That can't be it. That can't be it. Y'all don't think people find that very ironic that he called himself the businessman but did not handle business? That's not an issue. Or what about him calling himself the businessman, right? And then had his hometown and people that support him that showed out to his last fight, correct? A card with his little brothers on the card, I might add, on top of that. So not only did he let his fans down, he let his family down. I'm going to say that again. Not only did he let his fans down, he let his family down. The businessman that didn't take care of business, and y'all want us to not say nothing. Y'all, those the same people that was out here going crazy because Jvonte Davis took a knee in a fight that a referee said, no, that's not a knockdown. Y'all talked about that? But we can't talk about Keyshawn Davis running his mouth saying that he's the businessman. He's the best at 135. Nobody at 135 wants to fight him. I want to fight you, bro. You've been tricking the game too long. He tricked his fans. But people like me ain't supposed to bring that up, I guess. See, this is how, y'all, I deal with this in real. I'm dealing with situations like this in real life. Let me tell you how cowardice the new type of human beings are. They create a situation, talk crazy, and then when it don't work out in their favor, they play victim and say everybody's attacking them. This is how cowardice men have become. And females. I ain't even just leaving it to men. Y'all females too, because I'm tired of us not letting females carry integrity and have to keep their word either. And we just say, well, they are females and use their emotions. So what? That's what you're going to teach your daughters? So whenever they feel like it, they ain't got to keep their word. They can just go off of their emotions. Yeah, go ahead and teach your daughters that. Idiot. This man calls himself the businessman, didn't try to make weight. Ben knew he wasn't going to make weight and still made his fans pay the money. Ain't even give them an opportunity to people work hard for their money in this economy. Everybody getting laid off. It's all, you got World War III about to go on, all of this extra stuff, and you don't even let your fans know that spent hotel money, gas money, bought tickets, the whole nine, restaurants, got tickets for their girl, and the whole nine, bought a whole new set. Let's not talk about that. Bought a whole new outfit just to come see you. And you ain't even give them a warning. After saying everybody was ducking you. And then was the same guy that got up there and told Coach Kenny, asked him, he said, yo, Keyshawn, you're not even going to be able to make the weight in a couple years. In a couple years, you're going to be at 140. You want to know what Keyshawn Davis said, y'all? I'm not going to be at 140 in a couple years. That wasn't even a year ago when that happened. Yeah, I'm going to say that again. That wasn't even a year ago when he said that. So he lied, but you want to know how he lied? All you Keyshawn and Shakur Stevenson pro channels and fans and knob gobblers, you want to know how he lied? Because he just got up here and said that he knew 3 or 4 fights ago, 2-3 fights ago, that he was going to have to move up. So when he said that to Coach Kenny, that's why he started smiling, because he knew he was lying. His words. But then y'all get mad at people like me for using what that young man said. You got these grown men out here making excuses for other grown men. He said that. He told Coach Kenny that because they was talking about the Tank fight. And y'all keep letting these dudes build their name up off of fighters. When Keyshawn was calling Jvonte Davis out crazy a fight ago, 2-3 fights ago, he said he knew then he wasn't going to be able to make the weight at 135. So that means he was lying, right? That means he was clout chasing, correct? Ain't that what that would have to mean? If you calling somebody out, but you know when the opportunity actually does present itself in the future that you won't even be able to make the weight, then don't that mean that you are clout chasing because you know that's not going to happen or be a possibility? Or do y'all want to redefine what clout chasing means now? I got zero integrity, man, and I'm so tired of the world, y'all. Like, there's so many people in this world that have zero integrity. They run their mouth, they talk this, they talk that. And then when they get exposed for not being this or not being that or getting caught in their lies, you know what they say? Somebody said this to me the other day. I feel different. Everything is subjective to change. And this is who y'all, the people y'all support. Norfolk, do you feel appreciated? All the people that bought tickets tonight, are you happy? Did the businessman handle business? So let's say all y'all that was all the here, Keyshawn, tanking Keyshawn. If Jvonte Davis would have called him out and did send him an offer, he wouldn't have even been able to make the weight. I'm going to say that again. If Jvonte Davis did what y'all asked him to do, it still would be Keyshawn Davis' fault. But let me see y'all blame Keyshawn Davis for not getting the fights that you want. And then people saying that we are attacking that young man. Y'all know this not his first time, right? Y'all forgot about the weed thing. Oops. Which shows that he's undisciplined. He didn't try to make weight this time. He says it's an accident. The weed thing, he said it's an accident. Don't that show a pattern? This is not the first time Keyshawn Davis has risked a fight. This is not the first time he has shown unprofessionalism, but y'all get amnesia, not Dean. That's the biggest thing people don't like about me in my real life is that I don't get amnesia. I don't forget what you said and how you said it. You were standing on it. When he was talking to Coach Kenny, he was standing on it. Stand on it now. But I guess I'm wrong for holding him to that standard. I guess I'm wrong for holding a grown man or a grown woman to what they said they would do, what they said that they was coming to do, what they said that they was going to present and give their fans and the public. I am wrong for holding him to that standard. But y'all love boxing. No, y'all love having relationships with these boxers and wanting to get interviews and be cool with them. That's why y'all not going to jump out against Keyshawn Davis, because y'all got relationships with Keyshawn Davis and Shakur Stevenson and all that. And y'all know if y'all say the real, it's a chance they're going to look at y'all like, oh, I ain't rocking with them no more, or you switching up or whatever. Y'all have zero integrity, bro. You care more about people attacking Keyshawn or holding him accountable than what he did to his own fans and a fan that you claim to be. You're not even going to get to watch Keyshawn Davis this Saturday because of Keyshawn Davis, nobody else. Not Tank fans, not Shakur fans, not De Los Santos fans, not nobody else. Him is the only reason that you're not going to go see this man fight. Jvonte Davis didn't make a call and tell Keyshawn Davis, please don't make weight so my fans can tell you about everything that you said and said that you was clout chasing. Yet Jvonte Davis said that. Let Jvonte Davis, y'all, miss weight. Say, call everybody out. Say he the best. Don't nobody want to fight him. Then get on the scale on his first title defense and miss weight. You'll never hear the end of it. You'll never hear the end of it. And then you got people running around talking about Jvonte Davis going to fight Jake Paul. Well, if he did fight Jake Paul, it would make sense because nobody else that y'all want to see him fight, they don't even got weight classes no more. What weight class does Deon Haney fight at? Ryan Garcia moved up. Teofimo Lopez, who knows what he's doing? Keyshawn Davis, he can't even make the weight. Lomachenko retired. So if Jvonte Davis do fight Jake Paul, could you blame him? Because it's not his fault that all his contemporaries that y'all actually wanted to see him fight, all of the guys that y'all said could beat him, well, they all took a marketability hit. They all did something else. They can't even choose the weight class that they want to fight at. They can't even decide on a fight between each other. Oh, yeah, y'all, Jvonte Davis has moved up more weight classes than all of his contemporaries besides Shakur Stevenson. But Shakur Stevenson don't count in this because Shakur Stevenson is the only one that's actually still fighting at 135. Shout out to Shakur for that. So the only fight that we actually got, that we actually can see now, not because of Jvonte, is Jvonte and Shakur. Jvonte told Lomachenko to retire. Jvonte told Teofimo Lopez to be out here not knowing what weight class. Jvonte told Deon Haney to fight at catchweights and can't decide if he want to fight at 140 or 147. Jvonte Davis told Ryan Garcia to not train hard and get beat up by the same guy that he knocked out. That's Jvonte Davis's fault. I forgot. So remember y'all boxing fans talk about all the fights that you want to see? Remember that? Well, you ain't getting any of them, and it's not Jvonte Davis's fault why you're not. Because you can't say he waited any of these guys out. You want to know why? You can't say that because Jvonte Davis has more fights and is older than all of them. So if anything, Jvonte Davis trying to wait somebody out works in disservice to Jvonte Davis. It's not an advantage. You can't wait nobody out that's younger than you. Y'all was running with that with Floyd and Pacquiao. Pacquiao was about to fight again. So remember y'all was saying that he waited Pacquiao out 15 years ago? 12, 13 years ago, however long ago that was. Remember y'all said that? Well, Floyd is retired and Pacquiao is still fighting. So how bad could he have waited him out? Another narrative. We'll talk about it another time. Y'all owe Jvonte Davis apology. Y'all owe channels like me an apology. Y'all do, and that's why I've been falling back from the boxing content, because boxing don't have zero integrity. Y'all just a bunch of clowns who like to make excuses, who don't want to hold no fighter accountable that you have some type of relationship with. I'm sorry, we not the same. But then y'all hide behind, oh, I'm just a boxing fan. No, you're not. You can't be a boxing fan and you don't hold Keyshawn Davis accountable right now. How are you a boxing fan and you're not holding Keyshawn Davis accountable? How do you claim you love boxing, but you are not holding Keyshawn Davis accountable? How are we going to build? How are we going to make the sport go forward and grow the sport of boxing? But then people like Keyshawn Davis get to do stuff like this. Teofimo Lopez get to do stuff like this. Devin Haney fans get to talk about, oh, Jvonte Davis and Ryan Garcia is an exhibition and then fought the same type of fight. Then Devin Haney comes out here and say that he choosing his own weight class. He's making his own weight class. Y'all are ridiculous. Y'all are a disgrace. We are not the same. We are not built the same. And what I've come to realize is I'm not built like 99% of the earth. Y'all talk crazy, then get caught up in your hypocrisy or your lies, and then try to play victim when somebody call you out on what you said, what you did, and how you carried yourself. But again, I've heard this line in the last couple weeks. I guess they feel different. I guess everything's subjective to change. When you fake, when you're a person that has zero integrity, when you don't stand for nothing, I guess that's always the situation. You could just wing it and keep your word on stuff you want to keep your word on whenever you feel like it. All that talk that y'all had all year. And if Jvonte Davis and Keyshawn Davis would have fought, the man wouldn't even have been able to make the weight, and we would have had to get it at a catch weight. No different than Ryan Garcia. He had no intentions on unifying with Jvonte Davis. Keyshawn words, not mine, because Keyshawn said that he knew 2 to 3 fights ago he would have had to move up. He just got a belt his last fight, before last. No, it was his last fight. Yeah. I'm just saying, bro. And he lied to Coach Kenny and said that he wasn't going up to 140 for years. But then comes on TV and then admits that he knew a couple fights ago during that time, because a couple fights ago would have been when Coach Kenny asked him this. He knew then he was lying. And I'm not supposed to say nothing about that. Y'all already know what this is, though, right? Ding, by any means. And I holla at y'all.